well-fed plant is a beautiful, happy plant.
Exactly. I had breakfast this morning.
I did it.
Can't
sure
you
did.
tell?
Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me? You're always a joy. This is a piece of the tropics.
Yeah,
but it's not just one, it's 3 pieces.
All 3 colors.
These are absolutely gorgeous. So these are 3 different colors. You're going to get the orange, the mango, and the rose.
Yes.
$36. And this is one that we actually have for you on auto delivery. If you choose the auto delivery option, you'll get 1 set of 3 this spring, and then another set of 3 will come to you next spring, as always, when it's time to come home to you.
And it adds the texture that nothing else can. You can find these colors in your garden. Of course, we just saw it earlier in the agastache or the hummingbird mint, but look at the foliage. It's like a banana tree, except so it's all about the texture. Think about most of the flowers that are in your border. The leaves are little bitty, so you don't have the texture. This adds that bold swath of texture. And even though these get tall, I plant these at the very front of my client borders because it creates windows. All the tall things don't have to be in the back. I will put these in the front, and then about 6 feet later, I'll put another one. And then I've got everything low in between them, and guess what that creates? Let me just show you. I'm going to show you this quickly. See, imagine you've got your low plants here. This is the front of the border. So that creates windows for the things that are here you see through. You keep creating the window panes in your border. It doesn't always have to be staged up like stadium seating.
Don't be afraid to kind of mix and match, and it gives it layer, and it gives it dimension, and it gives it gorgeous color and the foliage. And then this is what welcomes us home.
And these are not the hard colors that cannas used to come in. I always liked them, but they were the hard orange, they were the hard red, they were that hard yellow. These are these nice tropical fruit colors. I love these colors. I mix mine in with my sun patience. They're great looking with the sun patience. If you picked up our hummingbird mint collection, oh my gosh, they're perfect with those too. But in containers or in boggy areas, say where everything rots, these will be happy.
I mean, they're beautiful. And I'll tell you what, $36. So basically you are paying $12 per plant. This is how you have the tropics. You don't have to plan the vacation. I love how beautiful these are. These make me feel like I'm, just walking out. I'm going to go to the buffet for breakfast. I'm going to go sit by the beach. Put these where you're going to be able to enjoy them.
And that's a handsome look. You see them in containers and in the ground. Do them both ways, which is what I do. That is the back of my house. I've got sun patience down low. You see the tall cannas sticking up above?
Wow.
Can you see the texture, how it changes up everything? All of that right there is what I get to enjoy. And by the way, I don't have a proper patio. It's a concrete pad, but I made it look fancy. I don't have enough money to make a fancy patio, but I do have enough imagination to make a beautiful garden.
Well, and that's what I appreciate, is that you're showing us ideas and you're giving us inspiration, because not all of us have that big sprawling yard, but you can still add beauty in spots and be able to absolutely enjoy it.
Yes, and you sit out there in your comfortable chair.
Yep.
You've got your beautiful pots from the Scott brothers with your plants in them, and you invite people over, and you're not ashamed. It's not like garbage cans out on the back patio. You have actually flowers and places to sit.
There you go. This is how it comes home to us.
Yes.
And then how do I know what I need to do with this one?
Plant this in full sun to half shade. The more sun you give it, the more, ooh, it's in there so well.
Oh, look at that.
Look, nicely rooted. You just don't find these colors anywhere. You'll find the regular colors, and this will grow like crazy. I planted mine 5 feet apart because they are so dramatic. I want them to look fabulous.
Well, I love it. And as a novice, I'm going to ask a question, and I apologize if this may be like 101. Planting in the ground, we know to plant in the ground.
Yes.
If I wanted to put this in a pot, how do I know what size pot to put it in?
I would put it into an 18-inch diameter pot minimal.
Why is that?
Because it will fill it up.
Okay, there you go.
It will fill the pot up. And I tell you what I also do, because this is an annual. What I did with mine, I dug mine up in the fall. I washed the dirt off the roots. I cut the tops off. I put them in an onion sack or a potato sack and hung them in my basement. Oh, and then I still have the roots. I can replant the roots. So just because it's an annual doesn't mean you have to say bye-bye when wintertime comes. You can save these like you would your dahlia roots.
I love it. So bring it in, and then you get to enjoy it. So this is, again, $36, $12 per plant, because you're getting the set of 3. We are going to bring you home the orange, the mango, and the rose. And these are beautiful.
I'm crazy about the texture. Keep in mind, these are the hot fashion colors. This is wonderful. You see a lot of just regular pink, regular red, regular yellow. These are fashion colors, and I'm going to build just a little bit if you don't mind.
Oh, no, that's one of the things we love about you, Philip, is that you show us what works together. You kind of build our look for us.
Look,
can I help you carry something?
no,
No,
honey,
I feel bad.
I got to work out.
So do I.
This is just 2 of your hummingbird mint plants.
Wow.
You're getting 1 or 2 of each color in that collection, but look how they work with the cannas. Look at the color. If you pick up just these 2 orders today, that's all you pick up. Look at this. You've got your whole color scheme going. Just fantastic.
Well, and what I love here is you're getting the little bit of the height differentiation, so you're going to get some nice dimension, and then the colors in front, the hummingbird, just a shade or 2 lighter, so you're getting kind of that ombre effect building into color and just beauty all around.
And you can see the change in texture. This is what I was talking about earlier in the show. See how you've got the small aromatic foliage on this hummingbird mint. Small foliage here. Then you go back here to the bold foliage. It's not always just about the flower color. We're talking about the texture of the foliage. This is what designers do.
Well, and you are able to bring that design detail to us right in our home. You're giving us ideas, and keep in mind, these are going to be coming right to your door when they're ready to plant. So you don't have to worry about going down to the store and talking to someone who you don't know what their background is. We have the brilliant Philip Watson, horticulturist and landscape designer. This is what you do. And you bring us the expertise. We deliver the flowers to your door. All you have to do is decide where you'd like to put them from there.
Indeed, and the first time I used these cannas for my clients, which was 3 years ago, I planted them right in the front of the border. And by the way, their border is 300 feet long. And it had all of these fluffy plants in there all those years, and it was gorgeous. They loved it. I planted the cannas, and they said, "Oh my gosh, the border is so much more beautiful than it's ever been. What did you do this year?" And they didn't know it was the cannas. But that was the only difference in the border, were the cannas. And you see how I've used them in my own garden. And Carol and Gracie said, "Ooh, looks like a photo op for me."
I think Carolyn Gracie loves them. Did you see the smile on her face? This is M53247. It's a 3-piece set. Bring the tropics to your home, $36. And don't forget your Q card. That is our credit card here at QVC. That will kind of help you spread it out over 3 months, and it's going to be $12 per month for 3 months.
And if you want to know when these beautiful plants will be delivered directly from Cottage Farms to your doorstep, no middleman there. Take a look at our color-coded map. Pick your area of the country out, match it to your color-coded box off to the right-hand side, or the dates when the plants will ship. Tender plants ship a couple of weeks later. Nothing ships until it's safe to plant in your area.
I love it. You take the guesswork out of it for us, because I would be like, I'm not sure when I'm supposed to plant it.
I can't remember my own name sometimes.
No, I've actually messed up my name on the air before. That is the absolute truth. It's, you know what? It's 5:28 in the morning. Sometimes things happen, but here,
yes, they do. I
just turned around and while you were doing the map, I was like, I just stopped talking for a minute. This is absolutely